Hello, my name is and today I'll be doing my economics project on Spotify Premium Individual Plan USA. The cost of this product is $11.99 USD. So I chose this product as I feel that music is very trendy nowadays and that the younger generations, such as Gen Z or Gen Alpha, all listen to music in this day and age. Today I'll be talking about the factors that affect demand for Spotify Premium, and I'll also be talking about factors that affect supply on Spotify Premium. Also do the PED, so price elasticity demand of Spotify Premium individual, and finally we're finishing on the PES and how I think that price is going to change over the coming years. As you can see on the image on the screen, we can tell that Spotify Premium users has increased by over 200 million people in the past 10 years. So 2015 to 2024. This number can be expected to rise as you can see, it already has been rising. And as more popular streaming artists such as Bruno Mars, Ed Sheeran, Travis Scott, and Playboi Carti release new music, people will want to listen to it and experience a better experience whilst listening to it, so they might purchase Spotify Premium. The first demand factor I'll be talking about is demographic changes. So demographic shifts can significantly impact demand for Spotify Premium and other streaming services. However, specifically for changes in age demographics and income levels, so Spotify is well renowned in social media platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and is mainly used by younger generations and is advertised on such platforms. So for the rise of Gen Z and other changing tastes of older demographics can rechange the market for Spotify Premium. Second, I have advertising. With the growth of social media, as said before, and with the growth of social media influencers, the younger generations such as Gen Z or Gen Alpha may see their favorite influencer using Spotify Premium or advertising such and be more likely to purchase a subscription. Spotify Premium is advertised a lot, but is also advertised in their own platform to disrupt the user's listening experience and is trying to make them purchase a subscription for it. This happens every 2 to 4 songs, and it can probably make them want to purchase a subscription more. The next factor of demand I'll be discussing for Spotify Premium is fashion trends. So currently music is viewed as a very trendy thing, and with the new release of music daily, in many genres, it will be difficult to find a song in which you don't like. Whilst being advertised on many platforms such as Instagram or TikTok, as mentioned before, music is very relevant through being used on these platforms behind videos and photos. Most people like music, and it's just a matter of who has the best app for doing so. Spotify offers many features that other apps such as Apple Music, YouTube Music, or Tidal don't offer, such as podcasts, audiobooks, everything, and videos, all in one app. So with moving trends, if Spotify stays on the trends, the demand for Spotify Premium would increase. For the next one I'll be talking about, it will be income changes. So Spotify Premium is not an expensive subscription. It's about $11.99 USD. If income increases, this generally leads to a higher demand for Spotify Premium, as it is a normal good, while income decreasing tends to decrease demand. This is because Spotify Premium offers high-quality services with no ads, a wider music library, and better listening experience compared to the free ad-supported version. As people have more disposable income, they are more likely to subscribe to Spotify Premium to enjoy these benefits. The next one I'll be talking about is price of complements. So the price of complementary goods, for example, a high-quality headphone or portable speakers, can significantly influence the demand for Spotify Premium, because through these, they can have a more enjoyable experience with using these. And for example, if they get a gift like that for their birthday present or a Christmas gift, they'll more likely want to enjoy it more, so they'll purchase a subscription. And due to Spotify Premium giving more benefits than others, they'll most likely subscribe to Spotify Premium. So for the next factor of demand I will be talking about is the price of substitutes. And since there are many substitutes for Spotify Premium. The price of substitutes product directly impact the demand for Spotify Premium. So as I've said already, Spotify has many substitutes, and a change in price for Spotify Premium could well make the user change to a different platform that is cheaper. However, Spotify does offer more features than other streaming services, so this might not happen. Using all of these factors and based on what I think if any of these increase, so if price of complements increase, if price of substitutes increase, if income changes increase, and fashion trends and advertising and demographic changes all increase, I feel that Spotify Premium could have more demand and vice versa. I also think that because of these, the demand curve will shift right, and if they decrease, then it will shift left. Next, I'll be talking about the supply factors of Spotify Premium. First, I have production costs, and although Spotify Premium is an online good and doesn't have any cost of producing each subscription, there are many hidden costs. For example, there are royalty and revenue sharing payments for artists, and this can decrease the supply of its services, potentially leading to higher prices. This is because Spotify needs to regroup these costs and maintain profitability. So they also need to lower their production costs to enable Spotify to offer more content at lower prices. So this will increase the supply. So next up is taxes, and like value-added tax, which is also known as VAT, or goods and services tax, GST, these can affect Spotify Premium by increasing production costs for Spotify and its creators. These lead to higher prices for consumers and potentially reduced demand. This is because Spotify and its creators must pay tax on top of their agreed amounts and handle collecting and remitting the tax as per local laws. Next is new technology, and since Spotify is an online platform and Spotify Premium is an online good, new technology can greatly affect the supply, as in the sense that more subscribers can now be on the platform as the subscription is virtually infinite. There are currently 600 million Spotify users total and 263 million premium users, as I said. So this just shows how many people really subscribe to Spotify. And newer technology can impact Spotify Premium, as they can use AI to help generation of playlist recommendations and others, which enhances users' enjoyment and can lead to more supply and demand, but mainly supply. Next is subsidies, so particularly those benefiting music artists indirectly affect the supply as for Spotify Premium by influencing the cost structure of the platform. A subsidy, like payments to artists for streams, lowers Spotify's overall costs, making it more viable to offer a large quantity of Spotify Premium subscriptions at a lower price. This increased supply of premium subscriptions could be driven by a lower cost per stream, making Spotify's service more attractive and affordable for more users. So this is my supply curve. First is for the PED factors is the availability of substitutes. So the PED for Spotify Premium can be affected in this way, as there are many other alternatives for this product. For example, Apple Music, Tidal, or YouTube Music, as I've said many times before this. This will make the PED elastic. Generally, the more readily available and appealing the substitutes are, the more elastic Spotify's demand becomes. This means that if Spotify raises its prices, consumers are more likely to switch to alternative music streaming service. Next, I have the proportion of income. If a Spotify Premium subscription takes up a small percentage of a user's income, it might be less sensitive to price changes. Even if the price increases, they're likely to continue subscribing, as it's not a major financial purchase. This makes it inelastic. Next, I have the nature of the good. Spotify Premium is generally labeled as a luxury good, even with more streaming platforms coming out. This is further shown when there's a free tier for Spotify. However, this can be counted for some people as music can be a necessity, and for some avid music listeners, they will pay any price for music. These people are less likely to move away if price increases. However, they could move to a substitute like YouTube Music or Amazon Music. This will make PED for Spotify Overall, I found that the PED for Spotify Premium is elastic. Next, I have the PES factors. First up is time. So time directly affects Spotify Premium PES as in several ways. Specifically, it decides the duration of free trials, the length of your premium subscription, and how much time you have to listen to audiobooks within your subscription. Additionally, unused audiobook listening time expires at the end of each month and does not overrun. Next is the mobility of factors of production. So the mobility of factors of production on Spotify Premium. These include labor, capital, and land. So these have a direct impact on the price of supply, PES, or Spotify Premium. And these factors are easily adaptable to changes in demand. Then the PES is relatively elastic and vice versa. A highly elastic PES would mean Spotify could easily increase or decrease premium subscriptions in response to price changes. Next is unused capacity. Unused listening time allocated within a Spotify Premium subscription, particularly for features like audiobooks, will expire at the end of each month and cannot be carried over, like I said earlier. This means that if you don't use all the allocated listening hours within a given month, you lose them, and you'll need to top up to gain more time if needed. Finally, the ability to store stocks. Due to Spotify Premium not being a physical good, you can't store it. However, the ability to store stock does not directly affect the price of Spotify Premium. Spotify Premium's pricing is decided by factors like subscription growth, platform improvements, and market conditions. However, the stock's performance can directly influence Spotify Premium's PES through its impact on companies' financial health and investor confidence. Overall, there is no real PES for Spotify Premium, but if I had to pick, it will probably be elastic, as if there is an increase in supply, there most likely more people will join it. Lastly is how do I think the price will change? Based on all my research, I can strongly say that the price would definitely increase depending on the technology used. I think that with time, technology for music could increase, and this would lead to people paying more for their services. This is evident in many other examples such as Netflix or YouTube subscriptions. With time, the technology has become increasingly better, and this has led to there being an increase in price for these subscriptions. This is also evident as 10 years ago, Spotify Premium costed only $9.99, and today it costs $11.99 USD. This further shows how I think that the price for Spotify Premium would also increase. Also, music is currently very trendy, and I think it will stay like that for a long time. This means the demand could be very high, and a price change could probably keep the demand the same, as although there are many substitutes. As I said earlier, Spotify offers more premium features than alternatives. This means that although there could be a raise in price, demand for the product could stay the same. Thank you, and that's my video.